How are you doing this? Martin from Gardens for Life. So in this video I'm going to show you another one of those root crops from the Andes, which is actually also eaten as a staple in some of the countries along there like Peru. It's mostly used a bit like potato. It's very similar in texture and flavour as the potato, and it can be boiled or roasted or fried. So it's Ullucus, and we'll show you that now. We'll show you some of the harvest. We have 3 different varieties, and I know that the tubers actually kind of grow on the surface. They don't go very deep into the ground, and we'll have a look now. We have some Ullucus, which have really strange leaves. It's kind of like rubber, it feels like, especially when they're dry actually. They're a little bit damp now from the drizzling rain, and you can see here the stems are quite substantial too. So each of these plants will hopefully give us some tubers, and we can propagate them from there. It's kind of similar to a potato, but it's just another species of plant, and it's supposed to be pretty good. Here's some more Ullucus. It's a different variety actually. I'd say must be the red one because of the colour of the stems. Alright, so here's one of our Ullucus patches. As you can see here, the frost has actually completely killed off the foliage, and there's another variety just over here, and we'll show you those in a minute. I'll show you what it looked like before the frost actually knocked it back, and it actually lasted until the 1st of December, first week of December I should say. Okay. So as you can see, they're already here on the surface. Whoa, there's a good few of them. It's actually, I'm very new to this particular crop, and some varieties seem to be doing better than others. You can see it's kind of a very funky colour. Kind of white and pink and green all at the same time. And some of them are actually green even though they haven't been exposed to sunlight. I know with potatoes that can happen. And you can see there's also lots of small little ones. This is not a crop that you would expect to get a lot of yield from normally, although it may depend on the variety. You can see you can simply take away the foliage like that. Whoa! It's a bit like looking for Easter eggs. Check out how many there is here. You gotta see this. Let me try and take up some of those. I mean, at the start of the year I paid basically about €10 for just 3 of these, maybe that size, and that's what we started with. We have several plants here. We spent a bit more than a tenner on tubers for seed though. Oh, they're actually quite sizable. From all the videos I've seen on YouTube, they haven't really been getting quite as big as that. I know the maximum size is about 8 centimeters in length, but even the smaller ones could be used as seed for next year. It's not bad. It only took me about maybe a minute, less than a minute to harvest those, and I didn't even get to the main trunk of the plant. Whoa, that's the biggest Ullucus I've ever seen. I'm very happy about that for harvest. Check it out. That's not bad. And this is obviously a plant that doesn't actually get affected by blight. We didn't have any anyway. And the usual critters that like to eat potatoes and the leaves. Check it out. Lovely the colours. Oh my god. There's loads of them. As you can see, what it does is it actually kind of creeps along, and it roots into the ground along these stems, and it then forms tubers along those stems. That can happen with Ocas as well, but you have to kind of mulch them or put a little bit of compost over the stems for it to happen. It looks like with Ullucus, you don't even need to do that. It actually just seems to do it all by itself. My God, that's a much bigger harvest than I would have ever expected. Oh, that one is of a different colour. You can see no two tubers are ever the same shape or colour. They're all very different from each other. Alright, so you can see 2 minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and we've got a sizable harvest. There must be a couple of kilos in it, and the colour, I love the colour of these. And yeah, there's of course more to be harvested. Let's have a look at the other variety. Alright, I'm actually standing in the middle of our pizza garden here. So there's the other variety over there. This is actually all Oca, you can see. Kind of looks like spaghetti. Spaghetti in a large form on a garden bed. And here's the other variety of Ullucus, and we can give that a dig and see how it's gonna go. I have no idea what to expect, to be honest, but sure, isn't that part of the fun? Might have to get another tray. Oh yeah, they're very different. Whoa, look at the colours of these stems here. They're very purple. Wow. That's amazing. Look at that. The colour of those ones. Definitely a different variety, alright. Easy to tell the difference. And you can see some of them actually get quite big too, but the majority of them are a bit smaller. Cool. We're always very excited about bringing in new or growing new things and trying them out. Move you over here. Ooh. So this is the center of one of the plants. I'm going to try and take it up. I don't even need to really. Look at that. Look how many tubers. Nice one. Yeah, you can see the varieties are quite different. And there's one more variety that we need to harvest too. That's in a different garden, so we won't include that in this video. Might make another video in the future about it. Here's the actual famine wall that was built around the 1850s. So let's have a look at these tubers here. Hopefully we'll find a few. Not sure if they produced as well as the other ones, but hopefully we'll get some production out of them. You can hear that the stems are quite brittle. They definitely didn't produce as well as the other ones did in the other garden, and I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure whether that's down to the location or the soil. I mean, it's all pure compost. Oh, geez, look at the size of those ones. Oh, nice colours on those. They're my favourite ones. They look a bit like a vegetable from outer space. Let me see here. Trying to dig up, pull up the main part of the plant here. Oh, not as many little tubers as the other plants. It definitely didn't produce as many tubers. Still a good producer, but we definitely don't have quite as many tubers of it. There's a few weeds coming through. like an ivy. Could have been that these ones were planted a little too late, possibly, or they were knocked back by the frost a little earlier. Oh, there you are now. It's a pity now. We probably still will be able to find a few more of those in this bed. Here's another plant. We probably don't have quite enough yet to offer this particular variety. You can see they have a lovely colour, pink and yellow. And they do get quite large actually, quite similar to a small potato. Alright, so that's all of our 3 varieties harvested. One didn't do quite as well as the other 2. I think that's mostly down to the location and the fact that it was planted a little later. But we'll try again next year with that particular variety. But the other 2, I'm pretty sure we have enough to actually offer those to you guys on our website. So if you're interested in a few tubers or even other edible tubers to grow in your own garden, please go to our website. Here is a link and take a look. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it very much. And actually, I just found out that you can eat the actual leaves off the Ullucus plants as well, just like a spinach kind of green. So that's good to know too, because you can eat the leaves off the potato, and apparently they do actually get to a good size, like a smaller potatoes. Definitely a crop worth planting besides all the other edible tubers and the potatoes, of course. The Ullucus is second to the potato as a staple food crop or root crop, a vegetable in the Andean region. So a number of different countries down there, they actually do eat those, and quite a lot actually in New Zealand too, but mostly Oca in New Zealand anyway. That's why they're called the New Zealand yam. But again, thanks for watching, and see you at the next one. Bye bye.